And now to see if it works.
Learning is fun! Maybe. But ever since that the global pandemic has hit the Philippines, it's hard for students to meet with each other face to face, including teachers, staff, and all that. It's been hard, but luckily, there's a vaccine now in the recent years, 2022, and most of us have been vaccinated. But you can't just jump from, oh, online learning, hello, online meeting, lectures, and all that, and back into face-to-face. They're totally different things, and it has been 2 years since then, right? So there has to be a transition point instead, especially since we're not completely immune to it, so we can't just risk that. So, DepEd has been slowly implementing blended learning. Pretty cool, right? No, it's not. It takes online and face-to-face and try to mix them together for a suitable learning environment for us currently. But as nice as that may sound for this transitioning period to take forward, there are just a few complaints.
It's
Oh, Ray, that's your personal opinion. Instead, we have to take data of several researchers instead to investigate on the so-called BL.
Why, love?
Blended learning. We want to know how ready are the students, what are their general attitudes to blended learning, what is their preferred mode of learning, and is there a relationship between the student readiness and their academic performance? Starting off with...
Thanks, I'll take it from here, nerd. Starting off with Pamela's study and discussion taken from this graph, we can see that over 431 students was surveyed about their attitude towards different modes of learning. Their readiness in blended learning has increased significantly during online learning. This suggests that positive attitude towards online learning provide a positive influence to the readiness of students in blended learning. But then we have this small PP number. That's a bad thing. Why? What does it mean? It means that classroom learning provides negative impact to student readiness. Meanwhile, the rest of the data, such as technology, flexibility, and negative attitudes towards online learning does not affect the readiness of students. In short, online good, traditional.
Using data from a research paper by Peteros in 2022, which surveyed 567 grade 10 students in the Philippines during modular learning for their final math grade, which yielded a final math grade mean of 86.11, and comparing that to a data by Pagaran in their research paper also in 2022, which surveyed 948 grade 10 students in the Philippines, but in blended learning for their final math grade, they got a final math grade mean of 86.66. In conclusion, Filipino students are ready for blended learning because of the negligible difference between their performance in modular learning and in blended learning, at least when it comes to mathematics. And now I shall pass this on to Kent.
In the academic year 2018, University of Payal, Thailand has started to push out online usage. Throughout these class results, Schwanpit Skwachai 2018 grew 364 questionnaires and focus group interviews with 20 participants showing that students' readiness for English course through blended learning is marginally high level. However, there are some issues that I think we can relate to. Unstable interconnection, crashing of LMS. This has been expressed by the students in the study. There is difficulty in the interaction of teachers and students in online setting.
Hey, bless up for that, Kent.
Anyways, in this last study by Chun Tang and Lee Cha, they gathered feedback from 201 full-time undergraduate students after conceptualizing 6 learning components in a study model. 3 major conclusions came from the analysis. First off, kids were not hampered by the usage of technology in the classroom. Second, there was a positive correlation between student readiness for blended learning and blended learning adaptability, which was modeled as a second-order formative construct and formed by 4 first-order reflective constructs: attitude towards online learning, study management, online interaction, and learning flexibility. Third, the readiness of students for blended learning was negatively correlated with attitude towards traditional classroom instruction. Can I go? Yeah, I'm done. What else you want me to say? I don't get, like, you're trying to make me say more lines. I'm done.
Students are indeed ready for blended learning, and clearly there's a relationship between their academic performance and their readiness. However, blended learning becomes discouraging when students undergo traditional face-to-face classrooms. Which suggests students are prepared for blended learning, but their positive attitude is more on online learning instead of face-to-face.
For students, I suggest you tell your teachers what online learning method you're most comfortable with. That way, it is easier for you guys to understand your lessons better.
As for the teachers, utilize learning management systems other than the ones given because they tend to be unreliable for learning, where students are more likely to participate in modular activities that are relevant.
As for the course designers, take this as a feedback on how to improve your online resources. Do, however, keep the platform appropriate for the students to enjoy, not to the extent of sacrificing effective learning. It may improve their learning capabilities, but it has a great potential to make them disruptive.
And as for future researchers, I suggest you continue gathering data on this matter. Perhaps limit the scope to third-year college students because they are more likely familiar with college education standards. That's about it. I have projects to do. I'm out of here.